Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Opportunity Scholar, where we bring important updates on scholarships, fully funded opportunities, and study abroad programs across the globe. So, if you're a Google Play developer or you're into Apple Play developer or you're into game development, this program is for you as Google just launched a $1 million equity free fund for African indie game developers. So this program is not limited to anybody. All Africans are needed to apply. So long as you're into tech, apply for this program. You don't know, you might be lucky to be selected. So let's quickly go to what this program is all about. So on Friday, Google just announced the Google Play Indie Games Fund for Africa, and they will provide grants ranging from $50,000 to $200,000 to selected game studios without requiring founders to give up ownership stakes in their business. So the initiative is open to developers in 32 African countries, including Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, and Uganda. So stick with me to the end of this program so that you will know exactly what this fund is all about and who qualifies, what documents you need, and the exact steps you need to apply before the window closes. So let's quickly go to the overview of this program. As you can see, the program name is Google Play Indie Games Fund for Africa 2026, and the total fund size is $1 million equity free, and numbers of studios selected is 10 studios. The grant range per studio is 50,000 USD to 200,000 USD. So like I stated, the eligible countries are 32 African countries, which include Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana, Uganda, Tanzania, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Okay, the size limit is 50 employees, and the application, like I said earlier, just opened this July 1st. Today's date is July 4th, so it opened July 1st. The deadline will be July 31st of this same month. Okay, so let's quickly look at what this opportunity really is, okay, and why Google is giving this free fund to Africa. So let's break it down in a plain language. Google Play just launched its first ever indie games fund built for Africa, and there's a $1 million pool of money set aside to back 10 independent game studios across the continent. So here's the part that matters most. The money does not cost you a piece of your company, no. Most funding opportunities want equity, a board seat, or some kind of control in exchange for their check, but this one does not. No, it doesn't work that way. So instead, selected studios will walk away with cash, hence a mentorship with Google's own experts and technical support to make their games run better and get discovered by more players. So according to Tech Cabas coverage of the fund launch, the goal is to give African developers the capital and credibility needed to eventually attract big investment around down the line. So the important note you should take about this is that it is not a free money with no string attachment. So selected studios do have this commitment to meet, and we cover those in details below. Okay, so but compared to giving away equity or taking on debt, this is about as good as funding gets. So let's take a look at why Google is giving out this fund. Why people always ask why. So here's what most people scrolling past this news will miss. Africa's game developer scene is exploding, but the money has not caught up. A recent African game industry report found the continent is home to roughly about 250 game studios. Yes, it sounds a lot, right? Yes, the catch is that only 3% of these studios have ever received government funding, and just a third have have ever gone through any kind of accelerator or support program. So meanwhile, the African gaming market is already valued at about $2 billion. So that's the massive gap between talent and capital. Okay, and Google clearly sees an opportunity to close it while also growing its own ecosystem in the process. So let's look at the key benefits of this program. So what you do actually get what to do actually if you're one of the lucky winners. So let's quickly go through it. Number one, you're going to get a direct cash, okay? No equity taking, like I stated. Selected studios will receive that $50,000 to $200,000. So you keep 100% ownership of your own studio. No investor sitting on your cap table forever at all. Okay. So the number two of this benefit is that mentorship from real industry experts. You get mentorship from real industry experts. So this is part people underestimate. Cash runs out, knowledge doesn't. Okay, so winning studios get paired with mentors who have shipped and scaled games for a living. So the third part of this benefit is the technical support to level up your game. Okay, Google's teams is going to help optimize your game's performance and strengthen your development framework and improve how easily players discover it in Play Store. Okay, the number fourth of this benefit is about the global exposure. Okay, selected studios will join the Google Play Pass subscription program, putting their game in front of an international audience they likely could not reach on their own. Okay, the number fifth benefit of it is the credibility that opens more doors. Okay, if you take a look at this program, okay, if you take a look at this program, the number fifth of it is being chosen by Google. It's not just a check, okay? It is a stamp of validation that can make future investors, publishers, and partners take you far more seriously. So you don't have to miss this because this exact model has already worked in other regions. Yes, Google's Play Indie Games Fund for Latin America has run for multiple years and helped studios there expand, okay, refine their games and build lasting industry connection. So Africa is now getting its own version of that same proven formula. So the eligibility requirements, what you actually need to qualify for this program. So let's take a look at it. So before you get excited about filling out the form, let's make sure you actually meet the requirements. So Google has laid out specific requirements, and missing even one could get your application rejected. So first of all, let's look at the location. The studio must be officially registered and based in one of the 32 eligible African countries. Okay. So number two, the studio size must have 50 employees or fewer. Then number three is the ownership structure. It must be a privately owned, non-publicly listed studio. And the product requirements, you must have already launched a mobile PC or a console game. Okay, this fund is not for concept ideas or unfinished prototypes. No. So the platform commitment is that you must commit to publishing your game on Google Play. So and the Play Pass commitment is you must agree to participate in Google Play Pass program on a non-exclusive basis for 2 years. Okay, so what most applicants don't know about this fund is it is not designed for first-time hobbies. No, with an idea on paper, it is not designed for it. Okay, Google wants studios with a reshipped product and a clear plan for what the money will unlock next. Okay, so if your game is still in early development or you want to finish and launch it first, then apply next cycle. Okay, so the full list of eligible countries, like I stated, the fund covers developers registered in Benin, Botswana, Burundi, Central African Republic, which is Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, is it Eswatini or Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau. So all you have to do is, I'm going to drop the website for this program. All you have to do is search for this website on your browser and go and apply for these programs, okay, before the closing date, before the deadline. So let's look at the required documents you should prepare. So before you sit down to apply, so you gather this document. First of all, you have to bring proof of studio registration in an eligible country. So for those who have registered for Google Play, you have to bring the proof of it. and details of your team size and structure, information about your already launched game, including platform and download or players number if available. So a clear breakdown of how you will use this grant money if selected, your studio's growth plan and long-term vision, any additional supporting materials Google requests during the review process. Okay, so important thing you should take notes about this required document is that according to reporting from Kenyan Times on the application process, applications are reviewed on a rolling basis. Okay, that means the earlier and more complete your submission, the better your chances of standing out before the queue gets long. So like I stated, today's date is 4th of July. You just have to quickly hurry and go and apply for those program. So let's look at the step-by-step application process. First of all, you have to confirm that you meet the eligibility requirements. Okay, then you visit the application portal. So this is application portal link. So number 3 is to fill out the online application form. Then number 4 is explain your growth plan. Okay, then the 5th is submit your additional information reviews. Then number 6 step is for you to wait to be shortlisted. Always check your email you used to apply. So winners will be announced on September. Okay, winners will be announced September. So application deadline, like I stated, is July 31st. So don't let this opportunity slip by. So this is not a lot of time. There's no time to waste. Okay, and because applications are reviewed on a rolling basis, waiting until the last few days could put you at a disadvantage, even if you are technically still make the deadline. So fear of missing out is real here. So Google is only picking 10 studios out of what will likely be hundreds of applications across 32 countries. So every day you wait to prepare your application is a day someone else will use to publish their own. Okay, so for you to apply for this program, I'm going to drop the application link, the website you're going to apply through, and ensure you apply on time. Okay, ensure you apply on time so that you will be selected for this program. So that will be all for this video, and I'll see you in my next video. See you next time. Bye.